Welcome to Primary Music Time. For this singing time, you're going to need 2 paper plates, either a plastic cup or a paper cup, and this handout that I've included with the video. Let's get going. For this song, let's take your 2 paper plates. Ready? Tap, 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 tap. So we tap 4 times, and then we're going to tap on our lap. We'll call it a patch. Patch, 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 patch. So you're going to go tap, 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 patch, 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 patch. Let's get it going. I love to read the Holy Scriptures, and every time I do, I feel the Spirit start to grow within my heart, a testimony that they're true. Did you get it? Because it's coming to the chorus, we're going to change things. Tap on your shoulder, patch, patch, patch. Tap on your other shoulder with your other paper plate, patch, patch, patch. Tap, patch, patch, patch. Tap, patch, patch. Get it going with me. Tap, patch, patch, patch. Tap, patch, patch. Search, ponder, and pray are the things that I must do. The Spirit will guide, and deep inside I'll know the Scriptures are true. Great job. For the second verse, we're going to do the super challenge. So we're going to have patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. Let's do it again. Patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. So you're going to tap your shoulder and then wiggle the paper plate across like a shimmer. Patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. Patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. So prayerfully I'll read the Scriptures each day my whole life through. I'll come to understand, I'll heed the Lord's command and live as He would have me do. Back to the one that we used for the chorus. Do you remember? It was search, ponder, and pray are the things that I must do. The Spirit will guide, and deep inside I'll know the Scriptures are true. Do you remember what we did for the first verse? Tap, 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 patch, 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 patch. Do you remember what we did for the chorus? Tap, patch, 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 tap, patch, patch, patch. Do you remember what we did for the second verse? Patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. Patch, patch, tap, tap, shoulder shimmer. Now we're going to do all 3 of them together. Remember, the first one is, and then for the chorus. I love to read the Holy Scriptures, and every time I do, I feel the Spirit start to grow within my heart, a testimony that they're true. Switch. Search, ponder, and pray are the things that I must do. The Spirit will guide, and deep inside I'll know the Scriptures are true. Now we're going to do the shimmer, but first we're going to patch, 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 shoulder shimmer. So prayerfully I'll read the Scriptures each day my whole life through. I'll come to understand, I'll heed the Lord's command and live as He would have me do. Switch to the chorus. Search, ponder, and pray are the things that I must do. The Spirit will guide, and deep inside I'll know the Scriptures are true. There are so many different kinds of trees. There are alder trees and oak trees and cherry trees and apple trees and evergreen trees And there's another kind of tree called a family tree. So if you can see on this, it says me down at the bottom, and then father and mother, grandfather, grandmother, grandfather, grandmother on your mother's side or on your father's side. We are going to be singing this song and stopping in the middle and trying to put our name down on that family tree, and then our mother's name down and our father's name down and our grandmother's names down, and you can ask for help. But let's get going. So either take your plastic cup or your paper cup, and we're gonna do, turn it over like this, patch, tap, tap, patch, tap, tap, patch, tap, tap. Can you do it? Try it with the other hand. Patch, tap, tap, patch, tap, tap, patch, tap, tap. Ready? Family history, I am doing it, my family history. Freeze. Now the other hand. And the love I feel when I'm doing it is very sweet to me. Switch hands. I learn stories of my progenitors. I write their history. Switch hands. I keep records of my loved ones on my own family tree. Now I'm going to be doing this song, and then we'll stop and have you write down your name or your mother's name, or color your picture or your mother's picture, your father's picture, trying to make them look like them. Okay, here we go. Family history, I am doing it, my family history. Freeze. Write your own name on the handout. Here we go, change hands. And the love I feel when I'm doing it is very sweet to me. Now either write your father's name or color his picture. Here we go. I learn stories of my progenitors. I write their history. Write your mother's name or color her picture. So you should have you, and then your mother and your father. And now we're going to go to grandmother. So who is your dad's dad? Who is your dad's mom? Who is your mom's mom? And who is your mom's dad? I keep records of my loved ones on my own family tree. So by now you should have you and your mother and your father, and let's start putting some grandparents' names down. Family history, I am doing it, my family history. Switch. And the love I feel when I'm doing it is very sweet to me. Switch. I learn stories of my progenitors. I write their history. Switch. I keep records of my family on my own family tree. How does your family tree look? Does it have you and your mother and your father? Does it have your grandmother and your other grandmother and your grandfather and your other grandfather? Let's keep going with your family tree. One more time, we're going to sing the song, and then you keep writing or coloring and get that family tree filled out. Family history, I am doing it, my family history. And the love I feel when I'm doing it is very sweet to me. I learn stories of my progenitors. I write their history. I keep records of my loved ones on my own family tree. Does your family tree have you and your ancestors? That means the moms and dads that came before you. Let's make a good family tree. Can your hands follow my hands? Oh, how lovely was the morning, radiant beamed the sun above. You know, when Joseph Smith went into the grove, it had been cloudy the days before, and then all of a sudden one day, there was a lot of sun coming through, and they were coming through the trees. Bees were humming, because the sun was out, the bees were out. Sweet birds singing, music ringing through the grove. Now you may think that the grove had lots of leaves on the trees and that everything was wonderful, but it was early spring and there weren't any leaves out yet. They were starting to come a little bit, but it had been cold. And so the leaves looks like some of these trees that I'm going to show you. But the trees that Joseph had around him were maple trees, and they gave maple syrup, and it took a lot of work to get them out, and that's what Joseph and his family did. Let's start with this song again. Oh, how lovely was the morning, radiant beamed the sun above. Bees were humming, sweet birds singing, music ringing through the grove. When within the shady woodland, Joseph sought the God of love. When within a shady woodland, Joseph sought the God of love. What does it mean to seek the God of love? Well, for Joseph, he wanted to have some help. And it said in the scriptures that if you ask me, I'll give you some help. So he knelt down and prayed. He looked around to make sure there was nobody in the grove of trees with him. Now remember, the grove of trees didn't have leaves on them right then because it was still early spring. But there were enough tree trunks around that he felt pretty private. Let's sing one more time. Oh, how lovely was the morning, radiant beamed the sun above. Bees were humming, sweet birds singing, music ringing through the grove. When within the shady woodland, Joseph sought the God of love. When within a shady woodland, Joseph sought the God of love. Do you know what happened next? When Joseph was praying, you'll have to ask your mom and dad about it, but it wasn't just that a light came. There was something that came before that. And it wasn't just that that they spoke to him. Joseph actually asked them some questions. Ask your mom and dad what happened in that story. Thank you for singing with me.